Hello everybody, welcome to this new episode of Low Code Corner. Today we are going to see a very specific thing that is related to lookup fields. I'll show you immediately the kind of problem we are going to solve. Here we have orders table, okay. For each order we store the customer, the contact, the status, the date of the quote, the date of the order, and the owner of this order. But let's see what happens when I insert or edit an order. As you can see, we have a customer list box that is a lookup field, and here we select the customer, choosing a value coming from the customers table. Okay, if I go to customers here, of course I see the same values I'm seeing in that list box. Okay, let's say that let's go back here, and let's say that we don't want to see just the name of the customer. We also want to see the country of the customer. Do we have this information in the customers table? Let's see. Yes, we have it. So for each customer, we have the country. So in form configurator, we should just add an additional linked field to show the country in the list box. But we have a problem. Let's see our form configurator. Orders table, the one we were seeing in the front end of the application. ID sale, ID account. So ID account is basically this field. ID account in the sales orders. ID account is basically this field, and in fact is a select single field with customers as a lookup table name. Lookup table primary key is ID account because that's the name of the field in the customers tables. For some reason it's not ID customer, it is ID account, but it is not very important. And as a linked field we have name account. So you might think, okay, let's add another linked field here. The field related to the country of the customer, and that's it. But in the customers table, and maybe it's better if we look at the schema of the actual database table. In the customers table, we don't have the name of the country. We have the ID of the country. And the fact that when I click on customers, I see the name of the customer. Well, that is happening because ID country in customers is a lookup field itself. All right, and the related table is the countries table, having ID and name of the country. So if I just add here ID country, so name and ID of the country, and then I save, well, actually I can already see that from the form preview. As you can see, I have the name of the customer and the ID of the country, which is not what we need. If you want, we can also see that here. So insert Sorry, it's in Italian. Let me change it. Orders. Create new. ID of the country. That is not what we need. So how can we have the name of the country without actually storing the name of the country in the customers table? Because we don't want to do that, because we want to keep our database normalized. So in the customers table, we just want the ID of the country and not the name of the country. We can use views. What is a view? It's a very simplified definition and not formal at all. But just to understand the concept, you can think about a view as a virtual table based on a real table. We can create views in a database based on a select query. So for example, let's say that we have this customers table. We want to have a view with just the German customer. We can create a view having as a name German customers based on a select query like select asterisk from customers where ID country equal to, I don't know, 10. I don't know what is the ID of Germany in our database. After having created the view, we can use the view as any other table. You have some limitations, so with a view you cannot do all the things you do with a table, but this is not very important here. So once you have created a view, you can install the view in DaDaBIK and use it as it was a table. Okay. We have a video on this YouTube channel completely dedicated to views, so I won't go into much details here because you can see that video if you want additional details. I will add the link to the video in the description of this video. So the idea here is to create a view, a customer's view, containing not only the ID of the country, but also the name of the country. You need SQL to create a view, so you can do it with any administration tool, even using the SQL console. But you can also do it in DaDaBIK, because as you know, we have in the data tab admin section, we have a simple tool to create views, and here we can create a new view. For example, we can call it I don't know, customers 2, just to have a different name respect to the table. Here we are going to define our view. What we are doing here, we are creating a view, and then we are going to use this view as a source for our lookup field. Okay, so select which fields we need. We need a unique field for our view, and the unique field is the ID account. The primary key of the customers table was ID account. We need the the name of the customers, that again is name account, and we need the name of the country that is in the countries table. The name of the country in the countries table is desk country. That is the name of the field. That it was description of the country. We have to select data from the customers table, but we also have to join the countries table because we need information from both the tables. So from customers, inner join countries on customers.id country equal to countries.id country. This is the SQL we need to create our table. If you are not familiar with SQL, I recommend you, if you want to build quite complex DaDaBIK applications, to learn at least the basics of SQL. And we have a video, a 30 minutes video dedicated to that in this YouTube channel. So I'll also link that video in the description. Unique field name is ID account. That's our unique field in the view we are creating. And then create view. Okay, the view has been created. We need to install and enable the view. So let's do it. Install. Okay, so customers 2. We have to choose our unique field, ID account. And that's it. Save. So now the customers to view can be used in our DaDaBIK application. We can just go to form configurator. Maybe there was something here already. Yeah. Let me reload here. So we have orders, ID account. It was a select single field with customers as lookup table name. We don't want customers anymore. We want customers to the view we have just created. Primary key is ID account. Linked fields, we want name account. But we also want an additional linked field, desk country. And we can already see from our preview that, as you can see, now we have name of the customer, name of the country. Okay, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, you can post the question as a comment or on our forum. See you next time. Ciao!